do a couple of things here. Check that we are in the box on Facebook, which we're not for some reason. There we are. There we are. Okay, so now we go live. Hey, everyone. Welcome. It's Zaya. I'm not completely sure we're live already, but let's pretend we are. There we are. And so it's Zaya Gabriel, and I'm coming to you as I do a lot these days to come and talk a little bit about the Women Lighting the Way Summit. It's next week. It's actually at the end of this week now. We're Monday already. Oh my God. 25 women coming to you in your living room from the comfort of your own home. 25 incredible stories. 25, just magic stories, and one message. You've got this. Basically. To introduce a little bit those speakers to you, I decided to do a few live interviews. And today I am welcoming Elaine Sagar. Or would you say Sagar or Sagar?
It's Sagar, but people pronounce it differently. That's fine.
I will go with Elaine anyway. So welcome, Elaine. I'm so happy to have you here. And as for all our teachers, speakers, facilitators, I have one way to do this. So we're talking about stories, right? Because this is the juicy bit of the summit, and our stories, how we tell them what they are. And in this general topic, I chose some themes. Then I completely randomly picked one for you. The machine decided, not me. I wrote the themes though. And so you got the theme of courage. So courage in your life, what happened, when, etc., etc. And there are two questions. One is a deeper one and the other one is a lighter one. So the deeper one, which we start with, is when was the last time or one time that you surprised yourself with your own courage? Does that ring a bell? It can be yesterday or it can be when you were 5 years old.
Yeah, I can think of something probably going back to about September this year. It was the first time ever that I'd spoken on a stage with a microphone, and I agreed to do a talk about natural health and well-being. And I was told there could be up to 250 people. Well, my slot was meant to be, because this year I have been sort of trying to be more courageous with things. So I thought, yes, I'll do this, even though I've never done this before. And I decided to talk, and I ended up being first up. And so I didn't know. I didn't know how it was going to go, or like what the people were expecting, because it was people, that were interested in natural health and well-being, and there were people like shamanic drummers there, and people doing sound baths. And I thought to myself, I don't know if this is what they're expecting or not. And then I was told, oh, you're the first one up. The weather was absolutely, the rain was really heavy. I think it's the heaviest rain this year. So there weren't as many people there because I was the first one as well. So people had started, arriving later than they expected anyway. But there were probably about 50 people, but I was expecting there to be more there. So I was quite nervous, but I just thought, just do it. So
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I did my talk, and afterwards I was like thinking to myself, I can't remember what I said, or
I know that.
And then I found out that it was being live streamed on YouTube. So I actually got to listen to it afterwards anyway. But like I say, for me, because this is the year since about springtime where I have sort of stepped out of my comfort zone. So that was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. And I thought, I can't believe I've agreed to do this, but I need to start doing things like
Sometimes
this.
there's a very fine line between courage and craziness, right?
Yes.
We just go for it, you know. Something similar happened to me actually last Saturday. I had agreed, so I was singing with a group. We spent a day learning with a new teacher, and then we were in a concert with a choir. And I'd agreed to do a solo, which was literally 5 words, so I was okay. And I was told that I was going to have to sing that solo, that particular solo, in a microphone. So that's okay. I can do that, you know. And I prepared myself mentally. And then on the day, she said, "Oh, no, no, you didn't understand. The soloists, the 4 of you, are going to come up front and be in the first row of the choir for the whole song." And I was like,
Wow.
"No, no, I'm not. I didn't sign up for this." But I ended up doing it. And just like you, I don't remember at all what happened. And there were, 500 people. That was a proper theater thing. People had actually paid their tickets for, so it was like, woo. And I know this feeling of, once you make a decision to get in there, like you said, it's the year that you decided to get out. It just flows, right? Because you don't have a choice. You're standing up there and the microphone is in front and you have to talk or sing or do whatever you said you were going to do.
Exactly. And I just thought to myself, I have a habit of going off at a tangent, and I was like thinking to myself, what did I actually say? Because I'd got some notes that I was reading from, but like I say, I listened to it afterwards, and it was okay. But other people have actually, who I've met after that event, that were at that event, have actually come up to me and said, "Oh, you were the one that did the talk. Oh, we were really interested." So I was quite happy that it did go well.
What I want to emphasize here is that because this is such on topic with the summit idea of sharing our stories and daring to grab the mic and talk about our lives and talk about the things we know and teach. I want to emphasize that anyone can actually, and
Yeah,
it's just a question of stepping into it, and basically forgetting, getting over ourselves, right, and just go
it
for it.
is. It is, and I'm hoping that there are more opportunities for me to do things like that, because it is about stepping out of your comfort zone sometimes, because you don't
Yeah,
get anywhere if you just stay where you are.
as we all know, nothing ever happens in our comfort zones. So thank you for sharing this courage thing. But I think it's so on point that you would talk about what was your courageous thing. Well, to actually speak, and coming into the summit is another courageous thing that you did, because I know, because it's my 4th edition and I've been meeting so many women who decided to be speakers, that it takes a lot of freaking courage to stand up in front of a camera or sit down in front of a camera and just talk about your life. No teaching, no, nothing that is, I would say, easy. Yeah, this is another courageous thing that you did, you and 24 other amazing women.
Yeah,
And anyone can come and listen to them on Sunday, or on the weekend. Sorry, we start Friday.
yeah, the
So
one I
the
have
fun,
listened to the majority, and they are amazing.
yeah, we have been cheating. We have been watching and listening to the talks beforehand, and we agree they are out of this world. Um, so the fun question is: if courage were a costume, what would yours be made of?
Ooh, uh, that's a difficult one. It's I think it'd be brightly coloured. Um, Probably, I don't know, lots of hearts on it, being heart
I love that.
centered. Um, Even, I don't know, just positive words that reinforce courage, like confidence, step into your power. So, like affirmations, those sort of
That's also
things.
very good advice, actually, for people who do, for just before you want to do something courageous. Imagine you're wearing a piece of garment that has all these positive affirmations and words on you, and that gives you
Yeah.
courage. That's beautiful. I love that.
So reminders to, be your authentic self, and that everybody, you are enough, and that
Mm.
you can do this.
I love that. Kind of you put on the garment with the words of affirmations. That could be an idea. What came to me when I was asking the question is, it's made of light, of course. Angel protection, the
Yeah,
courage
well, I
for
was
to get in
thinking
there.
that. Yeah,
But
I
I
did
love
think,
your idea of the words,
yeah,
because words are really, really powerful.
yeah,
Well, you know, a lot of courage in life, but as we were saying, it's so interesting, isn't it? That when we do dare to embody courage, so many things change. So many things change. When we get out of this comfort zone, so many things change. I don't know if you know David Hawkins' scale of consciousness.
I've heard of it,
So,
but I've not.
David Hawkins is a guy who developed an idea that everything in the world has got an energy and a frequency of vibration,
Oh, yeah, I do know
um,
what you mean. Yes, yeah,
and including emotions, which is
yeah,
really interesting. And so it goes from the very low vibration emotions, aka shame, guilt, and the whole shebang of basically sadness and the whole thing that weighs you down, and then up above is obviously love and all the fun stuff. And the one emotion that he wrote about, that he insists that this is the turning point, the shift from getting out of the shit vibrations, is courage.
yeah,
So it's really literally feel the fear and do it anyway.
yeah. I agree, because I've had to do that. Like I say, when I did that talk, they kept saying, "Oh, you're on in 5 minutes," and I'm like thinking, "Oh my gosh, this is real."
Yes, I see you. I see you. I have a past as an actress, so I know exactly the curtain in 5 minutes. It's like, oh gosh, are we going to survive this? And I'm proud to report that you have survived. Congratulations.
Well, that's what I thought. I'm still here. Nothing happened, nothing untoward. So,
Oh, many things happened. You then found more courage to do more things, and I don't want to spoil anything, but we are having another little big project together in a few weeks, so we'll talk about that later. But yeah, you did find your courage, so thank you very much for sharing with me and with anyone who listened about this courage thing. And please remember, everyone, if you want to hear the whole story of Elaine's um, finding her light, you have to buy a free ticket. I love this sentence: buy a free ticket. Book your seat into the Summit platform. I will share the link below this video wherever it's shared. But if you don't have a ticket, you will not listen. You would not be able to listen to anything. The whole summit does not happen on Facebook, nor does it happen on YouTube. It happens on a special secret platform where we also have freebies, giveaways, offers, and amazing live panels where so many of our speakers are going to have a live chat with us. Voila. Thank you very much, Elaine, for today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for
yeah.
now.
Later, bye.